Hello students, in this video I am going to discuss about few small topics of the inheritance, principle of inheritance chapter. So the first that we are left with in the sex determination part is of the honeybee. Okay, so let me finish the part of the honeybee, then we will move to the next topic. Okay, so how the sex is determined in honeybee. So remember, in honeybee the males are haploid in nature. Okay, the males are haploid in nature always, and the females are diploid in nature. Okay, number of chromosome in the male it is 16, in the female it is 32. Clear? Now when they produce gametes, then what happens? The female one having 32 chromosome, which is diploid, okay, undergoes meiosis, cell division, and produces a haploid gamete. It means 16 chromosomes. Okay, the female gamete, ovum. But the male gamete is haploid in nature already, so obviously it will undergo mitosis, cell division, because gamete also needs to be haploid, right? So the parent cell is already haploid, so it is mitosis and it remains at 16. So gametes are produced which are haploid in nature. Clear? Now what happens is that when the male gamete fuses with the female gamete, okay, when the male gamete fuses with the female gamete, it produces the new cell which is 2n, right? N plus n, 2n. So the chromosome number is 32, and then what it is? It is the female one. It is the female, because female is the diploid, so it becomes a diploid. So it is female. Okay. So if the male and female gamete fused, it gives rise to a female honeybee. Okay. Now if the female, okay, does not fused with the male one, then what happens? Okay, if the female does not fuse with the male one, then this female egg, it develops into a number 16 will be remain the n, so it will be the male here. It is the male here. Understood? If the egg does not get fused with the female one, it will remain at 16. So haploid. It means it is going to be the male honeybee, male worker honeybee. Clear? So this is how the sex is determined in case of honeybee. If fused, it is the female one. If it doesn't fuse, the female egg that develops into the male one, male honeybee worker. This is how the sex is determined in case of honeybee. Okay. Now let's move on to the next topic. Next topic we are going to discuss about the mutation. Okay, mutation the topic we are going to start with. So, three types of mutation we are going to discuss now. Number one, so it is the mutation topic. So first we will be discussing about the chromosomal abnormalities. Chromosomal abnormalities, which is also known as chromosomal aberrations. Okay. Number 2, point mutation. And number 3 we will be discussing about frame shift mutation. Okay. See, chromosomal abnormalities or chromosomal aberrations, it is because of the change in the chromosome. Okay. Two types of chromosomal abnormalities we observe. First one is, we say it is a numerical mutation, numerical change, and second one is going to be the structural structural chromosomal abnormalities. What is the meaning of it? Numerical means it is indicating the number of chromosome either reduced or it is increased in number. That is the numerical abnormalities in the chromosome. Okay, that is actually because of you can say that failure of proper synapsis process and non-disjunction that leads to numerical problem. Okay, what are the reasons I said? Failure in the synapsis process, okay, or you can say because of non-disjunction. Now what are these? Synapses we have studied in the meiosis cell division. Synapsis is the process by which a synaptonymal complex develop under meiosis 1 in the prophase 1. Okay, subdivision zygote stage, and means synaptonymal complex in between two chromosomes. Okay, and then the non-disjunction, after the complex develop, they needs to be separated from each other. That is called disjunction. But if there is somehow, because of some reason, if there is not proper separation of the chromosome takes place, that is called non-disjunction. As a result of what happens is that cells get additional number of chromosomes, sometimes less in the number of chromosomes. Okay, so that is the leads to the numerical change. Chromosome number either reduced or either increased. Sometimes what happens is that due to cytokinesis failure, the cell contains the entire extra additional whole set of chromosomes sometimes. So now this one examples, for example, if you look at Down syndrome in human, okay, in place of 46 chromosome there are 47 chromosomes, one extra chromosome got. In Turner syndrome, if you look, in place of 46 there are 45 chromosomes. So these are examples when number of chromosomes either increased or reduced. These are the numerical abnormalities of chromosome. Okay, I hope you understood this part. Next one is the structural abnormalities in the chromosome. Means, suppose if you look at if you know the long arm and the short arm of the chromosomes, okay, centromere part, long arm, short arm of the chromosome. Sometimes it may happen that the short arm is got deleted from the chromosome. Okay, sometimes the long arm may also get deleted from the chromosome. Short arm remains there, long arm deleted. Long arm is there, short arm deleted. This is one of the one of the way how this structural change that takes place in the chromosome. Another one, like suppose it's a chromosome here. Now duplication that takes place. For example, there is a sequence of the gene here present at this particular location. The same sequence of DNA or the gene is found in another place of the chromosome also. Same, repeated. So duplication. Okay, this is another example. Okay, how the changes that can take place in a chromosome. Understood? So these are the chromosomal abnormalities. So that these are the structural abnormalities in the chromosome. Fine. Now there are different hundreds of reasons that why this kind of changes takes place, why the mutation takes place. Okay, hundreds of environmental factors which are responsible. It may be, for example, just like harmful radiations, UV radiations, X-ray, gamma radiation that may lead to change, or any kind of chemical that may also lead to the change. Okay, mutation. Understood? So this is all about the chromosomal abnormalities or the aberrations. Now if you look into the point mutation means talking about very specific, the change that takes place in a particular base or a base pair. Change that takes place in a particular base or a base pair in the DNA. So look at this. Chromosomal abnormality deals with the chromosome. When we are talking about a point mutation or we are talking about the frame shift mutation, we are getting inside the chromosome, we are getting inside the DNA. Now we are talking at the level of the molecular structure of the DNA. Okay, point mutation, as I said, is the change in a specific base or a base pair, or you can say better way if I use the term replacement. Okay, that is replacement of a particular base or a base pair is leading to point mutation. For example, two types of point mutations are the number one, transition. Okay, transition and transversion. Okay, transition is one type of point mutation. What happens is that in this case, how the replacement that takes place. Suppose one particular, this is the base pair for example, where it is adenine, it is thymine is there, base pairing. Okay, what may happen is that purines are replaced by another purine, pyrimidines are replaced by another pyrimidine. Okay, suppose here adenine, it is replaced by another purine, for example guanine, it is replaced by guanine, and this one also, this is pyrimidine, so it will be another pyrimidine, so guanine, then it will be cytosine here. Okay, so it is replaced by this. In place of AT, it comes GC now. Replacement of purines by another purine, pyrimidine by another pyrimidine. This kind of changes in the base pair is called the transition. Okay. Number two is the transversion. Transversion, point mutation. What happens here? Here, purines are replaced by, purine is replaced by pyrimidine, and pyrimidine is replaced by purine. Like, same example if I take here, let's take example G and C only. Okay, in this case, this is a purine which is going to replace by pyrimidine. So, suppose if I write here like thymine, let's write a thymine here. Okay, thymine is a pyrimidine and this is a purine. So, purine gets replaced by thymine. This is cytosine, it is a pyrimidine, okay, which is going to replaced by a purine. So if it is thymine, it will be adenine. Adenine is a purine. Understood? So this is purine replaced by pyrimidine. This is pyrimidine replaced by purine. Okay. So this is one. This is the transversion. Example of transversion, point mutation. Okay. So this part is the transition. This part is the transversion. Clear? So these are two types of point mutation that we must have knowledge about it. Next one is the frame shift mutation. What is frame shift mutation? In this case, you can say deletion is no replacement at all. Now it's deletion or addition of a particular base pair or base pairs, a sequence of base pairs. Okay? Deletion or addition, no replacement. Now it's directly deletion of base pair or base pairs or addition of a base pair or base pairs. That is the frame shift mutation. So it is about, so it was about replacement, right? It was about replacement, and this is about either deletion or addition of a single base pair or sequence of base pairs in the DNA. That is called frame shift mutation. Okay. So this is all about, we have very short part of these mutations in our syllabus of class 12. Okay, this much knowledge I think it will suffice for you to attempt any questions on the basis of these three types of mutations. Okay. Now let's move on to the next topic. Next topic we are going to discuss about the, very short, I am giving an idea what is pedigree analysis. Okay, pedigree analysis. Now in my next video, that disorders I am going to discuss, those will be actually experimented by pedigree analysis. Pedigree analysis means what? Pedigree analysis, it is a study. It is a study of a particular trait, how it inherits or transmits from generation to generation by seeing the family tree. Okay, the family tree structure is the pedigree. Analyzing the family tree to see the generation after generation how particular trait inheriting, what is the pattern of inheritance, how it is expressed. Are all the members getting affected, or few members are affected, or is it skipping in a generation, or it is expressing in all the generations? How a particular trait is actually inheriting from generation to generation. Okay, we study this, okay, through a family tree. Okay, we write the generations, okay, male and female, with the symbols connecting them. Okay, we will study this in our next video. One or two examples obviously I will discuss. So that is what about the pedigree analysis. Okay, the next is the Mendelian disorder and chromosomal disorder. These two disorders, we will be discussing. Now just I'm giving a brief idea what is this chromosomal abnormalities and chromosomal disorder, and Mendelian disorder. What is the difference between these two? See, chromosomal disorder, that is actually because of these chromosomal abnormalities or chromosomal aberrations. Okay, so this kind of chromosomal abnormalities, okay, these are, as I said, is because of synapses or non-disjunction. Okay, and chromosomal disorders are, it's rarely inherited or rarely transmitted from generation to generation. Okay, but Mendelian disorders, which are very specific, okay, change in the molecular structure of DNA, like it is happening in these cases. This kind of changes that leads to the Mendelian disorders, and these disorders are very much inherited or transmitted from generation to generation. Okay, this is the basic difference between Mendelian disorder and chromosomal disorder. Okay, so fine. This is the brief introduction of pedigree analysis of and the two different types of disorders, basic differences. So in my next video I will be discussing the disorders one by one, and we will understood that how this happens. Okay, so thank you so much for watching this video, and wait for my next video. Thank you.